Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss pre-market video for Monday, October 3rd, 2022. I am Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Happy Monday, everyone. Real quickly, before we get to the charts, I do want to invite you to join me for our PivotBoss monthly market outlook tomorrow, Tuesday, October 4th at 4 p.m. Central Time. So again, that's Tuesday, October 4th at 4 p.m. Central Time, 5 p.m. Eastern. That'll be our monthly market outlook for the final quarter of the year. We're going to look at higher time frame charts, including quarterly charts and quarterly pivots to give us an early game plan for the next quarter. So please join us for that using the Zoom link below. All right, let's take a look here at the ES. This is the daily time frame of the ES. One thing you'll see right now is a big test here at the key range low and also at the quarterly pivot. So right here you can see this is your impulsive sell-off with your key range low right there, and we are currently testing that level from below. We closed below it for the first time here on Friday. These two pivots right there, that's your previous month and previous quarters close and low. And early on, we're seeing an early rejection at that zone. Very similar to what we saw early last quarter when we saw the previous quarter's close go bid early and the retest go bid. That was an indication that we were likely headed back to the previous quarter's midpoint. And we got that move and additional strength from there before we finally dropped back down. So right now, we're seeing an early test and rejection at the extremes of the previous quarter's range. That could lead to a bounce back early this quarter. How far do we go? We'll see. And how strong is this bounce back? Do we just fail by the end of the day? Can price push through 36.50 today and hold? If so, that could open up a little bit of a bounce back into the pivot ranges from above, whether it's the weekly pivot ranges, monthly, or even quarterly. That could lead to bears looking to defend the bounce. Any bounce could be defended, and we could see additional selling pressure ahead. So that's going to be something we'll be watching for early this month and early this quarter. But right now, early strength here. Seeing price take the previous week's low and close bid. 3,600 is going to be very important. Staying above that level opens up 3,673 early on this week. If we take a look here at the NQ now, again, very similar price action for the NQ. Previous quarter's low and close are right here, and we're seeing an initial bullish reaction to those levels. Obviously, the day hasn't even barely begun yet, so we could finish the day and still close lower, or we could finish the day with a great rejection of these levels. If we do finish with a bullish rejection, say price can close above 11,200 today, that could open up a bounce higher within the previous quarter and previous month's range, perhaps back to the FOMC key level above. So 12K could be above 3,900 for the ES. If this thing goes a little bit higher and gets the previous quarter's midpoint, that'd be a 12.4 level right there for the NQ. But again, don't want to get too far ahead of our skis here. Got to see how price responds to this edge first. If we can finish the day with a good solid rejection, there could be a little bit of a counter bounce, but that bounce could be met with another round of selling pressure for new lows ahead. If we take a look here at crude oil, right now crude oil is up 4.83% right now, a big time push higher. We're seeing this thing gap up here on the futures where we had a close here and gapping up here above the previous mid. That is an MGR buy signal on the futures here. That's fairly bullish. Again, keep in mind that the bullish counter trend moves right now have been they've been very, very modest for the most part. You know, this move right here, very modest. The little move here, this one was okay. Each of these moves have been very modest, and this market just hasn't been able to find its footing. And right now, we're seeing the same type of bounce. A nice move up almost 5% here this morning, but at the same time, after this move comes, we could see another round of selling pressure that takes us to new lows up ahead. So again, right now we are in a little bit of an up move, but any pullback could be met with selling pressure early this week, which could take us to new lows and into those 75s and below up ahead. If we take a look here at Bitcoin, Right now, Bitcoin is lower by about 1.33%. It's still inside this developing narrow range right here. This is 10-12 days narrow right now, with a compression that takes you multiple thousands of points, 4,000 or 5,000 points right now. We are sitting right on significant support and very, very close to a significant break or bounce. That 18K level has been significant support. If that gives way, we have that LVN channel down there to go through, so it could be a big time drop up ahead. If we take a look here at ETH, this one has also developed a very narrow range and has developed that narrow range right around the 1300 CLVN. The CLVN tends to be one that leads to rejections or very fast transition days. Right now, this has been a compression around that level for a while as price has filled in some of that LVN. Again, if this market cannot get back above 1400 or 1500 here pretty soon, we could be looking at, any strength to be met with selling pressure as we approach the prior lows of the year back toward 1,000. All right, that is it for now. We'll see how this plays out heading into the new week of trading. Please join me tomorrow for our monthly market outlook using the link below. Looking forward to it. Everyone have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you in the room. Take care.